Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca. Today I want to make something that I'll be able to wear during the winter time. I came across this image on Pinterest. It is a knitted sparkly red hat. It looks like a bonnet. I don't know how to knit. I also kept going and I kept looking through all of the images on Pinterest, as one does, and I came across this 2019 Christian Dior summer spring look, and the closer I looked at it, the more I thought I could probably make this with the patterns that I have. So let's take a look at the material and see if we can get this done today. The fabric. The fabric is going to be this very pretty green, red, shiny material. This is a remnant piece that I found at Remainders. I think it would be enough to make a really, really nice little bonnet type hat thing. So this is going to be the top portion of the hat. I want to line this hat, and I have this top. So this top is a small top that I was trying to sell on Poshmark, but it wasn't selling. The one good thing about this is that it is 100% silk. I think I was selling it for like $8, and I still can't believe that nobody bought it. It's probably because it's very small. Like it did not fit, but I'm gonna see if I have enough fabric from this so I can make a lining. Silk is supposed to be very good to keep frizz away, and I don't know if you noticed, but I have very curly hair, so I would like any help I can get from that. So I'm gonna try to see if I have enough for that. The pattern is gonna be this Halloween costume pattern. That sounds crazy, right? Like, it sounds odd that I'm gonna use a Halloween pattern to make this, but if you look at this here, the girl that I love seeing her face, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a little hat. So I think I'm gonna try to use both of these and this one to make this little hat. Let's see how this goes. It's the motto of our channel. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I did was grab my pattern pieces. I realized that I had never traced this hat out on its own. I had only made my Bobcephala piece, so I decided to trace this out in the small size and just cut this out. I measured this on my little top, and as you can see, it unfortunately did not fit, so I couldn't use the silk blouse. I may put it on Poshmark, I don't know, or I'd probably use it for another project. So because I was unable to use this little top, I had to pivot. I began cutting my sequin fabric. I was a little nervous that the sequins would fall off, but thankfully not many did, even though I can see that they're all sewn on, so I don't know how that worked, but thankfully they didn't fall off. I did have this red bed sheet that I had purchased a while ago at a thrift store, and it's all washed, but this is going to be my new lining. I start working on making these darts. Each one of these pieces has one dart at the top, so I had to make a total of 4 little darts. Once I was done pinning all of those, I took up to the sewing machine and started sewing each one of these darts. I of course left the tail ends at the very tip of these darts so that I can tie a knot at the end of them. I had to press these little darts, and since we all know I don't have a pressing ham, we get to see my little towel back in action. It works, it works. The next thing I have to do is to match the center part to the side sections of this little bonnet. So thankfully I marked all of my pieces because sometimes I forget to do that. But they each have a little dot, and I'm just going to be matching them and pinning this all around. Or at least I thought I was going to do that. I pinned one of these sides and it was just so much work. It's a curve. The instructions said I should baste and then attach it to the center section. So I opted to do that instead of freehanding / free pinning. I don't know if that's a term, but we'll use it here. Because it was just a lot difficult to do it without basting it. I don't know why I never do this, because it makes sense to even do this with sleeves. Do y'all do that with your sleeves? I don't know. I might do this going forward with all of my other things too. Once those are all pinned, it's time to sew them together. I just finished sewing both the lining and the outer shell of this hat, and I think this is going to be okay. I was really worried that this isn't going to be big enough because this fabric is very stretchy. This one, not so much, but I am glad that I did the small instead of a medium or an extra small. Now I just need to put this in that. So let's keep going. Will this be a one-day make? Oh my God, would that be 2 projects that I would do in one day? That would be amazing. I worked on clipping these curves for both the lining and the top sparkly piece, and then I began pressing these open. Teddy came by to help a little bit, just to see that I was doing all right. Look at how dapper he looks with his little bow tie. But he was just here for a little bit, then he said he had more important things to do, like go outside. Look at you. You gonna help me? Bye. Once I press all of those flat, I align everything together with the right sides inside and start pinning all the way around so that I can start sewing it all the way around. But of course, leaving a small opening so I can flip it right side out. Now that it's all sewn, I clip some of these curves and the corners, which are right in the bottom, and then I start working on flipping this right side out. Flipping this inside out was not the easiest thing. I think it's because of the sparkly fabric, but I managed to get it out eventually. Once I got this all out, I started poking all of the corners to make sure that those are nice and pointy, and I sewed on some snaps at the bottom so that it can tie together. And once that was all done, I could put it on and show everyone how it looks. And here's the final look. I do like how this little hat turned out. There are a few things that I would probably fix, like maybe putting the snaps a little bit further out to make the section a little tighter around my neck. But I like that I was able to put my hair out in this little roll in the front, and I was able to go outside and venture with this little hat on. I paired it with some red gloves and my cream coat. Let me know what you think. Do you think it looks like the inspiration? I think it does. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. If you make a little hat like this and you'd like to share it with me, please do. I love seeing your makes. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.